So if you find any suspicious packages on your front porch at your residence, do not handle them, but instead call 911 and let us come out and take a look at those packages and ensure that they are safe.
That warning today from Interim Police Chief Brian Manley after 3 package explosions in just 10 days. You can see the map, the 3 areas where they all happened. Between these 3 cases, 2 people are now dead and 2 others have been hurt.
We have live team coverage tonight. We start with Christy Millward, who's live near Galindo Street, which is off Riverside near Montopolis, at the site of the 3rd explosion. Christy?
Well, Quita, I want to show you that police are still out here. It's still a very active scene. They've been out here since just about noon when that call came in, just trying to figure out what is going on. Now, according to Austin police, a 75-year-old Hispanic woman opened her door just before noon to find a package on her front porch. When she went to pick it up, it exploded. Emergency crews took her to the hospital. We're told she's in critical but stable condition with life-threatening injuries. Now, this is the 3rd package explosion this month. The big question everyone wants to know: why? While Police Chief Brian Manley says they do think the 3 incidents are related, he says they don't know a motive at this time or if the people living at these homes were the intended target. Now, the FBI and ATF are involved in the investigation. Manley says they're building a task force and will continue to investigate, leaving no stone unturned.
It's not time to panic, but it's time to be vigilant, and it's time to pay attention. It's time to pull together as a city and a community and solve this.
Now, Manley says they don't believe the packages were delivered by legitimate organizations like the Postal Service or UPS. Chief Manley says it's important to call 911 if you receive a package that you weren't expecting. Now, again, this is the 3rd explosion from a package this month and the 2nd one today. That's why we're going to go over to KVU's Patrick Perez. He's at the location for the first one today. Patrick?
Well, Christy, that first package explosion that happened here in East Austin today did kill a 17-year-old boy and sent a woman in her 40s to the hospital. Police say she is expected to survive. Now, we did speak to a neighbor who lives across the street and knows a family who lived inside of that home. Here's how she describes what she heard this morning.
It was just a loud boom.
Now, that boom happened just before 6:45 this morning inside the kitchen of a house here on Old Fort Hill Drive. Police say one of the people living there went outside, saw a package, brought it inside, and then opened it in the kitchen. That package exploded, killing that 17-year-old boy and sending that woman in her 40s to the hospital. Right now, Austin Police, ATF, and the FBI are actively working to find out who left that package there.
Very scary, just in total shock, because I couldn't. The next thing I knew, I saw an ambulance with my neighbor on, on the stretcher, and so that was very terrifying for me. So very good neighbors, church-going people, friendly, church-minded, community-minded people. So yes, they are a very good family. So it's just a shock to have something like this happen.
Now, neighbors here also tell me they will be listening to the warning from police and will not be opening any packages they're not expecting or packages that do look suspicious as police work to find out who is behind this all. Now, right now, they do believe, like Christy said, that this deadly package explosion here in East Austin is connected to the one that happened later today. And they also believe that it is connected to the one that happened on March 2nd, which killed a 39-year-old man. KVU's Molly Oak joins us live from outside of that man's house. Molly, what are police saying about that case today?
Well, Patrick, as you just said, they're now saying all 3 of the explosions are related, which is leaving neighbors here on Haverford Drive questioning even more things, especially after the 2 explosions today. They said that any wounds that had started to heal have now just completely reopened, and many don't even feel safe enough to speak about it on camera. However, they do hope this will encourage people to get to know their neighbors and look out for one another.
I would say the word worry. But we are concerned.
Naturally.
So, yeah, so we're going to be keeping an eye with our neighbors. Just see anything unusual. But yeah, we're looking at maybe getting a ring on our doorstep. So anybody comes late at night and rings our doorbell and we're asleep, we'll have a get a view next morning.
I also spoke with a group of neighbors earlier who went knocking on doors in hopes of getting people to come together for a homeowners association meeting. Neighbors say they want to know what's happening on their streets and hope that now, after 3 explosions, they'll see more of a police presence on their streets. Reporting live in Austin, Molly Oak, KVUE News.
Scary stuff. Thank you, Molly. And KVUE and Austin American statesman Tony Plahetsky joins us now. Tony, you've been talking closely with the investigators about these cases.
All day today and really from day one, and they are baffled at this point. They are trying to figure out who is attacking these people and why. But here's the reality, Quita. They have gone down several roads at this point, but none of the theories that they have developed have really held up. They have tested those theories, but at the end of the day, no real reason as to why someone is attacking these people or who the perpetrators may be, Brian and Quita.
To follow up on that, this will be no doubt a very complicated investigation with now 3 crime scenes. How do they go about their work from this point forward?
Here is the reality. While, of course, we are all saddened that we've had a loss of life today, people were injured today, the reality for investigators is that these 2 additional attacks today have also yielded more evidence and more clues. They are going to be, as you can imagine, painstakingly going through all of that evidence, sending a lot of it to the ATF, which of course has expertise in analyzing this type of information and these types of clues. As one investigator told me earlier today, this is the type of case that could unfold quickly over a matter of hours, or it could take weeks or months. And in some cases, these types of cases can take years to solve, Mike and Quita.
All right, Tony Plahetsky, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, recapping this developing story, Austin police investigating 3 package explosions in just 10 days. Anthony House died in the first explosion on March 2nd. A teen was killed and a woman injured this morning in the second explosion, and a woman was injured in the third explosion this afternoon. She is in critical condition tonight. Right now, Austin police believe all 3 of these explosions are related. Governor Greg Abbott is offering a $15,000 reward for information that could lead to the arrest of the person or persons responsible.
Be sure and stay with KVUE for the very latest.